Welcome to today's explainer. Look, if you've ever been totally stuck in a rut on the tennis court, I bet you've been tempted to just smash your racket, completely tear down your swing, and literally start from scratch. We've all been there, right? But the source text we're digging into today reveals this completely fascinating paradox. Transforming your game? It doesn't actually require this massive, painful overhaul at all. Actually, scratch that. It requires the exact opposite.
Okay, let's dive into this ultimate contrast. We are so historically conditioned to think that big, game-changing results demand equally huge changes to our technique. Like we have to reinvent the wheel every time we hit the practice courts. But the text argues that's basically an illusion. It's actually the the seemingly invisible tweaks that unlock your absolute best tennis.
I mean, just look at this opening manifesto, straight from our source material. Small adjustments create massive improvements in tennis. Boom. It is such a powerful, definitive statement. We aren't talking about marginal 1% gains here. We're talking about massive, undeniable leaps in your level of play. And throughout this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how zooming in on these micro changes absolutely dictates your ultimate success as a player.
Which brings us right to the before every shot system. Because here is the absolute truth of the matter. The battle of the point is won or lost long before your racket ever even swings forward. It's like setting up a line of dominoes. The swing is just the final push.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the super deliberate language used to describe these three vital adjustments: balance, clean footwork, and early preparation. The source doesn't just casually tell you to, move your feet or get ready. It specifically demands clean footwork. That implies absolute efficiency. No wasted steps, just razor-sharp positioning. Early preparation means you're mentally and physically anticipating the ball, not scrambling at the last millisecond. And balance? Well, balance is the foundational anchor for the whole shebang.
And notice how these small adjustments possess this really strict chronological necessity. They literally have to happen in this exact order to build a solid system before you swing. Think about it. Those times you're scrambling wildly for a ball at the baseline, you're out of balance because your footwork wasn't clean, and your footwork wasn't clean because you read the ball late. It's a total chain reaction. Step 1, early preparation. Your mind reads the ball, boom, racket is ready. Step 2, clean footwork. You navigate to the spot with total efficiency. Step 3, balance. You establish that rock-solid physical foundation. They just beautifully and logically feed right into one another.
And all of that setup funnels us directly into what we can call the pivot point. This is the magic bridge. It's what connects all that physical prep work to the final, tangible result of your shot.
So, the crucial point is when your body is set correctly. Take a second to really absorb that quote. This specific phrase is honestly the crux of this entire explainer. All those small adjustments we just talked about, the early prep, the clean footwork, the balance, they all culminate in this one singular holy grail state, being set correctly. If your body is set correctly, the structural foundation is perfectly laid out. This is literally the hinge upon which your entire stroke swings.
And once you achieve that state, we enter the outputs phase, unlocking your shot performance. You've done the heavy lifting before the ball even got to you, and now you just get to reap the incredible rewards.
The text explicitly outlines 4 distinct rewards for this: better timing, stronger control, more power, and greater consistency. I want you to actively visualize this for your own game right now. Imagine that impossibly crisp feeling of making contact with perfect timing. Imagine feeling absolute pinpoint control over the ball's trajectory. Picture generating more effortless power and hitting with a relentless consistency that absolutely breaks down your opponent. The kind of hitting that makes them want to just pack up their bag and quit for the day. These aren't random strokes of luck. They are the guaranteed outputs of setting your body correctly.
And this brilliantly illustrates the entire equation. It is a direct cause and effect relationship. Highly manageable inputs like early prep, clean footwork, and balance directly fuel those massive outputs like better timing, stronger control, more power, and greater consistency. If you want those massive improvements, the text makes it crystal clear. You simply cannot bypass the small adjustments. They are completely non-negotiable.
Finally, we need to talk about the geography of the court. Because here's the kicker. These rules, they aren't just for some highly specific defensive scenario. They apply absolutely everywhere, no matter where your feet are planted.
Whether you are grinding out these heavy, exhaustive rallies way back at the baseline, or you're charging forward to aggressively finish off a point at the net, the core requirement remains exactly identical. Sure, the baseline and the net require totally different swing mechanics and tactical mindsets, obviously.
But that fundamental demand to have your body set correctly through early preparation, clean footwork, and balance, that never, ever changes. It's basically the universal law of the court.
Which leads us to a final, really provocative thought for you to carry into your next practice session. Are you practicing harder, or are you adjusting smarter? Look, we so often just grind away, hitting thousands of balls, exhausting ourselves, hoping for some magical, massive improvement. But as we've learned from the text today, the secret doesn't lie in overhauling your swing or swinging harder. It lies entirely in those smart, small adjustments you make before every single shot. Focus on balance, clean footwork, and early preparation. Set your body correctly, and I promise you, you'll gain better timing, stronger control, more power, and greater consistency from the baseline to the net. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep those feet moving cleanly, and I'll see you next time.